Why it does that now? Why does it do that all the time?
I don't know. I think it's so weird too.
You. Okay, ladies, welcome. Thank you for joining me this week. As you know, Mel is on holiday, and I am going to chat a little bit about inviting and filling up our challenge groups, and obviously what you guys have put on the forums as well. I will speak about. So let's actually speak about what was in the forums first, because that's obviously what you guys want to work on. So Sam, you said that you felt super weird about challenge pack signups.
Yeah, I'm just so awkward. And so I don't know if you guys remember, but last week I talked about starting a 45 soft challenge group. And I had interest in it. I got some people have been having conversations, and I had one girl actually say okay, I'm in. I need, she asked me how much it was, and I gave her the whole spiel about what she gets in it, both nutrition plans, all of the fun stuff, and she hasn't answered me yet. But I told her prior, before I even sent the share cart, I explained to her everything that she would get and how much it would be and what it's valued at, and she was like, I'm in, okay, and then she hasn't got back to me yet.
Okay. So first of all, don't take it as any reflection on you, because this happens to me every week.
Not good, but at least it's not just me.
So, and the way I like to look at it is the more times you get ghosted and the more times you get no's, the better you're doing in growing your business, because you're doing more inviting and you're speaking to more people. So you've got to get no's to get yeses, don't you? So try on that way. She's possibly just not ready yet.
Reached out to me and she was like, I'm so ready, all this stuff, and then I sent her the link and I was like, let me know when you get it all set up and we can schedule our first one-on-one. I don't know, I don't know, I just am not gonna continue to waste my energy and my time explaining all of these things to these people, and then they just don't say anything. I'm gonna follow up with her today. I'm gonna give her, and I sent that email at 12 yesterday, so I probably will give her 24 hours and then be like, hey, just wanted to know if you got it set up. I would love to schedule our call. I'm getting the group finalized, so I can send you the Facebook link. I don't know. And then another girl, she didn't answer me either, but she actually works with another network marketing company, so I told her that I didn't want to step on her toes, because she has product and I don't want to do anything to her, offend her, I guess. But she was like, I'm open to trying any new products that you guys have or whatever you're loving right now. And I was like, I love Shakeology and I know no one else has that, but she didn't answer me yet either.
So Claire can maybe help you with this one, because this is the Arbonne lady, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Claire.
Okay.
So Claire used to be Arbonne and is
cool.
Beachbody. So, I wouldn't feel weird about, the Shakeology comes with the pack anyway. The pack is the full solution. The pack is the best financial option as well. So if she decides that she doesn't want to continue with Shakeology, then at least she's tried it.
Right.
And you're not and to be honest, if she's open to trying other things, I don't think she would be 100% happy with what she's doing.
Yeah.
I think Arbonne is very driven as well because this is why I sort of grew out of love with it, really. Yeah. Well, a couple of reasons, but what I've noticed differently with Beachbody, sorry, I'm just going to take it down a slightly different tangent here, is that Arbonne are very, very, very intense, extremely intense, and very much I agree that you have to be a product of the product, and of course I want to be a product of the product with Beachbody, but with Arbonne there's new stuff coming out all the time, and there's you end up with 50 ranges of skincare and stuff that you clearly don't need, and it's just consumerism gone completely mental. And they're very, very, it's really focused, and really, you must buy this, you must buy this, you must buy this, you must buy this. And their range was always skincare. It was always, they were born out of skincare. Nutrition has kind of become a more later day thing and more of an add-on. And although they're nutrition products, you know, I do like them. For example, with this Shakeology, they've got the adaptogen in them. So they've got, whereas you have to buy that separately with Arbonne. Now, I think Arbonne, their shakes are about for you, if you're a consultant or a preferred client. So preferred client, you get 15% off, and then as a consultant, you get 35% off. Right. For a consultant, it's about £42, something like that. For a pack, the same amount as you get in Shakeology, but you don't get all the additional stuff. It's literally pea protein, pea and rice protein. That's it. There's nothing else in there. Whereas you would have to buy a separate adaptogen to then add to your shake. So within Shakeology, you've got all of those different things that with Arbonne you wouldn't get. Right. And massively loaded with sugar. A lot of them, I mean, obviously, you know, you don't want to say that to her, but by the way, but they are hugely loaded with sugar.
I have a Shakeology PDF that I put together, Sam, that I'm more than happy to email to you.
Okay, can you?
That you can maybe send over to her to give her some facts about it.
Okay, I would love that. Thank you.
So, but in regards to the challenge pack sign up, right? Even before you start speaking to somebody about the challenge pack, can you even just write down why you see the value in a challenge pack and how the challenge pack changed your life? And maybe if you write it down and you get fired up about it, you might not feel that weird about speaking about it.
Yeah, I think it's really just, so I'm 23. So the girls that I'm like targeting are like between the ages of like 23 and 30. And some of them don't have like the money yet to like want to spend on their nutrition and their health. So that's where I struggle. But I'm like, I remember I was just in Seven Springs with Mel for Summit. And she was like, you're going to get people who are ready, who aren't ready, who are just want more information and all that stuff, but you just have to continue to like be like Claire said, like be the product of the product and like show them why it matters and show all of the benefits of it. And I feel like I do, but then when it comes to like they see $160, they're like, oh, I could go get my hair done or my nails done, and I just don't prioritize things like that. Like this is my priority, so that's where I struggle because of my age group, but I'm still going to continue like being the product of the product.
I think sifting through these people, because like you say, it's not that important to you. So there's more people out there that are going to be the same. And do you know what's the same at my age group?
Use the closing with class talk. What's that, Helen?
Hold on.
Okay. You're good.
The closing with class is the interview that is in I think it's on the coach page. And that's what I always use, because you have to interview people and you need to know the pain points so that when they come back and they say, oh, either I don't have money, because that's not true.
Yeah.
They answer their own questions, and then you can bring back their pain points, whatever they told you that, for example, like one of the questions is like, what do you see on the mirror? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? So right there, that's one of my favorite questions, because they're going to tell you, well, I had an interview last night, and that's one of the questions that I asked. And she said, well, I don't like my stomach, and I don't like this, and I don't like that. You see that they're looking at themselves in the mirror, and they are realizing, hey, I got to do this. So when they go back, when you are giving them the choices and all that stuff, and they tell you, I don't have money, that's when the pain points that you have, you use them.
Right.
And you say, remember you said that when you look in the mirror, you see this, this, and that. Another question is, what do you see yourself? If you don't do nothing today, where do you see yourself in the future? So you see, they're telling you. It's not you putting this stuff in their mouth. They're telling you. So when they tell you no, they're saying no to all these things that they already told you that they have to change and that they want to, you know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
want to change.
So good. I love that.
So when I encounter myself that somebody says, I don't have no money for whatever reason they want to believe, what I do is like, okay, so let's set up a fitness little bank. So I said, how much are you willing to put in your fitness bank so that you can achieve your goal? So they'll tell me I get paid every 2 weeks. So I said, why don't we get $50 out of your paycheck every time you get paid? And then we will have your, you know, the money for your challenge pack. And believe me, a lot of them don't see that taking out $50 or $25 can save for them, but
Yeah.
at the end they go, oh, thank you so much, and they, you know, they achieve that goal. So you're doing two things: you clarifying that they have money, you clarifying that they can set up goals and get it. So that's the way I use the closing week class. Once I got a hold of that, I have never used anything else. I already know it by heart
Right.
because I have used it so much.
Wait, sorry, Helen, where do you find those?
Let me see if I can find, I have it, but I'm not in my computer. It's at my time. It's
Okay.
so messed up right now. That's why I'm in dark, because I sleep, my husband's schedule changed. So I sleep during the day and work during the night.
Oh, bless you.
The other
Yeah.
thing I would say as well, thank you so much, Helen. The other thing I would say as well is cover objections that you get or reasons
Yeah,
people say they can't in your posts. You know,
right. So yeah,
every week I make sure I cover at least one objection in my posts, and they tend to be no time, no money, no
yeah,
motivation. At least 3 things. That's what tends to be my main things, because the ladies that tell me they've got no time, I watch their stories. I see them doing other things. The ladies that tell me they've got no money, I watch their stories. They're buying things. I know they've got maybe not lots of money, but they've got enough money to invest in a challenge pack. They're just not ready. So I'm
right.
write them off, because just because they've asked for information and they've not went with you now doesn't mean that 6 months down the line, or maybe sooner,
Yeah,
that they won't join you. I've had ladies that have ghosted me for over a year and then joined me.
yeah,
So don't give
yeah,
up on them, as long as they're still interacting, like following your stories, or you know, watching your posts. Drop them a DM every so often, even if they ignore you. Just every few weeks, drop them a message. Are you okay? You know, I'm
yeah.
concerned about you. You've not messaged me back, and you know,
Let me
just be genuine as well. So of course.
let me see if I can drop it here. I'm not sure, but I'll try. I think I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
Thanks so much, Helen.
I'm going to cover Noella's.
Oh, I have to go. Just request, if anyone needs to request access, just do that and I can go accept it from Mel's email.
Okay.
Sent a request.
Okay, I'll get you in there right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Make a copy so you don't mess up that one. I'm not sure if that's Melanie's or whose. So I usually make a copy of a document so we don't mess up, you know, whoever's give us. But I can tell you that that is the only way I go with my interviews. I will not offer anything until I do the interview. You can choose and pick what you're gonna do, and you don't have to do it the same way, but there's questions that I do always ask. And in asking someone, what do you see when you look in the mirror, what do you see? It's a big one, because they're gonna spill the whole thing. And then you will be able to, you know, work with them with that.
Right.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So Noella isn't here, obviously, but hopefully she'll get to see the recording. And she was saying that she's been having difficulty with her wording in her posts. Noella, I would just say talk from the heart. So I have imposter syndrome quite regularly, because I feel like my posts aren't worded well. All the time this happens to me. I'm not good with massive words. I feel like my mum brain has completely destroyed my brain. I'm not even going to lie. And I don't do long words. I do the most basic of wording. And then other people tell me that they love how I write my posts. So what I would say is just talk right from the heart. Obviously, proofread it back and then just post it. Claire, I tagged you in something on Instagram the other day, didn't I? I watched a reel and it was about just posting the post and not overthinking it, because you can, you can doubt yourself and you can overthink yourself. But I'm not sure who Noella's upline is. Is it Steph?
I think it's Steph.
Steph, okay. And maybe you can ask Steph to have a look at your posts, proofread your posts, or I'm sure anybody else in this group would as well. But just post the post. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So when you post your post, it guaranteed that it's going to reach somebody on some level, even if
one
you don't
person.
Yeah, one person. Just has to be one person. It's just like, if you do a really good picture, like for me, I know that if I post a picture with my daughter, I'm going to get a huge amount of likes on that post. So if it's a post that I really want people to read, I put a picture with my daughter, but who knows how many of those people actually read that post. So I would say just write the post and post it. Check the spelling first, but then post it. It's basic as that. Definitely.
I feel that I have to do that, or it just doesn't work for me. Like,
Yeah.
I'll overthink it. Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay.
People know if it's not authentic as well, won't they? I mean, if you're not being authentic, people can tell. Oh, right. I can see you now, Helen.
There's like so many people that I don't know if I guess like you guys are older than me, because
I'm 23.
Oh. No, I was gonna say, because like people think that like my groups are free, and they like that's where I struggle too, because it's like, just because I have a podcast that's free doesn't mean that my health and fitness coaching is free.
So you need to maybe cover in your posts, and maybe do a few posts covering about your groups being great value, even though they're not free.
Okay.
I think
incorporate that into your posts.
Yeah, one of the things that I learned is that in my post, or my stories, what I have to do is come out as who I am and what are the things I like. And one of the things that you have to check is, what are you doing out there? How are you behaving? Are you sharing what you do, what you like? For example, this is something that it took me a little bit of time to kind of grasp, and why was people wanting to do things for free with me. So I don't talk about this is cheaper than this. I don't talk about, instead of going to, let's say, for example, here in the United States, instead of going to TJ Maxx, for example, I don't say I'll go to Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
When I talk in my cooking videos, I tell my people that are watching me that I don't skimp about the tools that I need for cooking.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's your language. And then another thing that you will have to check is about your own mindset. What do you do? What do you like? And are you willing to go? Like, if you like something and it costs $200, are you willing to get it without having to think or cringe that it's $200? So these are just examples, because that's what people see on you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not telling you to go to the Gucci store and get a Gucci bag and take a pictures. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you speak, like, for me, I'm not going to get go and get, let's say, for example, a foundation because it's cheaper. I get it because it's the quality that I want. It's who I am, because I'm a makeup artist. I don't use stuff that is no good.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, if you take a picture with something, because that's sending a message to the people that are looking at you. Okay. So, for example, and this is real, I have a body cream that I use because that's the one I like and all that, but it costs $125. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I are doing a skincare routine or something that I show because I want to tell people the things that I like,
Yep.
I share that. This is the cream that I'm using. If you have any questions, let me know. Blah, blah, blah. This is this, and that because I have knowledge on it. And they ask me how much it is. I
Always.
will say it's $125. So you see, they already know that Helen is not going to be skimping about the money. When they come to me, they know that they have to spend the money because the tools that I use, they're gonna cost. They
Right.
are going to cost.
So that's what you
I
value.
even do it with my Ninja. People want to use, I don't know, NutriBullet, and I'm not just talking bad about that, but I like my Ninja because it's like a Cadillac, and
Yeah.
that's something that I say in my videos.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back and you tweak on all of those things, and I'm not saying to go and grab things because they're expensive and things like that. No.
Yeah.
Because you see, it depends on what it is. But because you're talking to the people, you got to let them know that it's value and there's quality on the things that you have.
Right. Thank you.
Hope that helps.
It really did. Thank you. You're so smart. You're so smart.
Well, I'm a junkie. I'm a how do you call this? Somebody tells me something and I'm gonna study it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see why they do it.
I hear you.
Okay, so Mel asked me to cover some things as well, so I'm going to try my best. And we've kind of been talking about some of this anyway, but we are going to talk about inviting. Okay. First of all, does anyone like inviting?
I mean, like kinda. Like sometimes it's like I enjoy helping people. So when I like, hey, I have this group and I really think you would value from it, like that's different than like me being like, hey, come join me. Like,
Okay, so you like inviting, but you like it, but wording it properly, of course. So
yeah.
Because a lot of people for a long time, they really struggle with the inviting part.
I didn't take it seriously. Like I really just started taking coaching seriously like a few months ago, and I didn't invite people. Like that's why I was a coach for 6 months, because I just signed up like my family and friends. So
well, that's good though. That's the warm market anyway. But we've got to be inviting, and I kind of covered this before. Obviously, the more no's you get, the more you're inviting. So you're aiming for at least 5 to 10 no's every day. And make sure you do your personal development so that you don't let this get you down. But you all know that anyway. But there's different things. So to fill our groups, we need to be inviting, and we need to make sure that we're inviting well. So I know, for example, at the start, I was very guilty of getting into really full-blown conversations with people and back and forth and missing the boat on the inviting part of it. So almost building up a friendship, and I'm not saying don't become friendly with the people you're inviting, but you've got to kind of at least start mentioning either the challenge, the fitness, or the business. Josh Coates says within 3 to 5 messages. And that doesn't mean you invite them in 3 to 5 messages. That just means, you've got to start speaking about it in your messages. And I suppose it depends on the person in the conversation. There's no generic, you mention this on message 3, you mention that on message 5, because it's different for every person you speak to. You can have one person that you invite on the second message and they say yes, and you can have another person that you don't actually invite until about message 10 and they say no. So it depends. But what you don't want to do is be back and forth with someone for weeks, not even mentioning it. And then when you do mention it, they're just going to be like either no or they're going to ignore you. And you've wasted all that time? And they might say yes, but why waste all that time with someone who might not genuinely be interested? Also, how you invite them can be relevant as well. I go between a copy and paste message, like what Steph had put in the Diamond Pod last week, and then tweak it to the individual person. But sometimes if I've got the time, I do all my messages as voice notes because it's a lot more personal. So I kind of go between voice notes and copy and paste, or completely writing out a message that's only relevant to that person. But because you've normally got something that you're inviting to, sometimes it's easier to copy, especially if it's a free group. If it's a free group, I'm copying and pasting and tweaking it slightly because, yes, although a free group has lots of value, you don't want to be spending hours doing hundreds of voice notes speaking to people who might not even reply to you.
How often do you run a free group?
So that was on my list. I run a free group every month. Every month.
Oh, wow.
Never miss it, right? Tend to do it never by myself. So this month I'm doing one with Claire. I have other coaches within my UK sort of wider team that I run free groups with. Used to have amazing success with Women Facebook. Don't find that so much now. So I'm finding better success with a bod group where they either have to sign up for their, enroll for the free account and do maybe a clean week, or sign up for the 14-day free trial.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I do that is because if they're willing to put in their email address and they're willing to, read all the information and they're willing to join your group, yes, you might only get 5 to 10 people instead of 50 people, but I found that the ratio of people then signing up is a lot higher, and people who are genuinely interested if they've went to all that effort. So yeah. 3 to 5 days normally, and occasionally a clean week. That's a bit more effort. That's a bit longer.
Okay. I thought I was like picturing that you were running this like all month long, like in addition to your challenge. I was like, oh my God.
For example, so I've got the free group starting on Monday with prep information starting tomorrow, just to get everything set up. It'll run Monday to Friday. So the plan is to get them to have the 14-day free trial so they can pick any program they want, obviously my guidance. Hoping then that they've obviously fall in love with the program they choose or the programs they try. And then next Monday, I've got, I'm calling it Summer Slim Fits, which is a back to school / staying healthy as we come out of lockdown in UK themed situation. So what I'm hoping is to be able to convert people from the free trial to the challenge pack for next week.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
Then to run mine in the middle of the month as well, because I don't like to run a free group before I've hit Success Club. So I like to, not that I've always hit Success Club by the middle of the month, but I do aim to. So so I always have a free group. I I know not all coaches do, but I like to add value and I into people's back to people, and I find that really works. I've got a lot of ladies who joined with a free group, and they don't necessarily always join right away. They may join a month or 2 months later. Sometimes they let it run into the 3-month subscription, which is slightly frustrating. But with the 3-month subscription now is like £60, so $60, just under $60, And if you think about that, for us, our Let's Get Up challenge pack over here is only £118. So it's a no-brainer that you take the pack for it's only double the price of the 3 months. So then it's easier to convert.
People, I don't know. People just give me attitude, or they're like, why am I spending this much money? And then they see like the reoccurring fee in the fine print, and they're like, I don't want that. And I'm like, you can cancel it. And then they just ghost you after that.
So I always,
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay, Helen. I always bring the recurring fee up when I send out the link, or I do a lot of Zoom calls before I sign up with people, like to show them. I do a screen share so they can see. So I do a screen share so they can see what they can get. And I always mention that and explain how it works to kind of sort of so they know about it before they see it. So
Yeah.
What are you doing for personal development though?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's right here. I literally do 5-minute journal every day. This is my manifestation journal. And then I read, and I'm reading You Are a Badass Making Money right now.
Okay. I would recommend the it's called The Go Giver.
The Go Giver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And also the Talk Less and Do More.
Okay.
Get Over Your Damn Self as well.
What was that?
Get Over Your Damn Self by Remy.
Yeah. And just look at the sample before you do it, before you get them. So to see if it suits your wherever you are. But I feel that a lot of times it's our mindset that is in front of it, because I tell you, because I did that. Okay. They don't want to do it, they this, they that. But when you wake up in the morning and you say, today I'm going to sign up 3 people, then you start changing. Also, another thing is for me, okay, because a lot of people do this for different things. For me, it's the freedom that has done it. That's why I invite, for example, I am always inviting into coaching. And it's because I really enjoy the freedom that I have to be with my girls, to go whenever I want. So because of that, I go like, man, maybe there's a lot of people that are like me, a lot of moms that they have kids, but they cannot go whenever they want. Because I used to work 54 hours,
Yeah.
So that gives me the courage to, even though I'm still like, oh my gosh, I got to invite. But I think about that and then I go ahead and send the message. I don't do call messages. I'm talking about people that I have been already connecting, and connecting for me is really simple. I do more connection on my stories than in my posts. Believe it or not, my posts are almost usually like maybe 5 likes. Okay, so don't go by how many likes you have, because they're reading it. Believe me, they are reading, because the people then go into my inbox and say, I can't know more, I need to join you. Because of the post. And you see, I don't get that many likes in my post.
Yeah.
So
Helen, you said you don't do you do cold messages or not?
No,
you don't do it. So you build the relationship first and then you'll talk about the business.
Yeah, and my building a relationship is not 3 months of my connection. Like if I have a list of people that I have like added as friends, so and I only add people that I would love to have in my team and things like that, or participate. So I go and check on their social media. So I add them, and then I go by my list, prospect or challengers, and then every day I have to go and check and see what they're doing. So I like their stuff, I comment on their stuff, I look at their stories, not all of them, okay, don't spend all day on that. And then when I do that, they right away come to my stories. So you see, if you're gonna post, if my post comes out at 7:30, then before that you go and click on their stuff, you go and look at their story, you know what's happening. Automatically, they go and look at your stuff to see what's going on with you and what you're doing. So when they come to my story, I just wave hi. Next time they come back, or if I see that they have watched the whole thing, it's because they want something.
Yeah.
So that's when I'm like, hey, how you doing? Thank you for watching my stories, blah, 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 and this and that. Then probably the next time I say, it's like 3 times that I do that connection. But I'm going to their posts. or whatever, if it relates to me, that's why I don't add nobody that it doesn't resonate with me. So we can have things in common. Most of the people, I wear a lot of headbands, and most of my girls, they wear headbands. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they like skincare, or they like cooking, or they like, that's the people that I have. So I don't have a problem connecting with them.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So just so that we'd obviously spoken about the inviting. You guys obviously know this, but don't forget to follow up after you invite, yeah? Because, and don't follow up just once. Even if they ignore you, follow up at least 3 times and create a sense of urgency. You know, there's only 1 space left in my group. I'd love you to have it. But you've only got until tomorrow evening to sign up, you know, things like that. So however it's relevant, create a sense of urgency, because sometimes people are just watching and they're, you know, so the reason we're always told to be consistent and to show up daily and to post in our stories and to share a little bit of our real lives and not just our fitness, and to not just post about fitness in the business, but to post about us and other things as well, is that people are watching you to see if they can trust you, to see if they can like you, and to make sure that you're not going to disappear. Because there are coaches that come and then they go, they decide it's not for them, you know, it doesn't work out. People are, especially if it's not your warm market, people are waiting to see that they can trust you. So if you, for example, you followed up this time, Sam, and your woman's not getting back to you, if you don't hear from her next month, if you for example, run a free group or a paying group, follow up with her again. Right. You know, and if she doesn't get back to you in another 2 months, as long as she's still some kind of interacting on your page, follow up with her again.
So I have a list of people that filled out the form, and then I like put up down here that were like interested, but like haven't like answered me yet. So like I will go back and like be like, hi, like we start next month, our prep week starts next Monday. Like, let me, like I have 1 more spot in my group. Like, let me know.
Do you have the Rise Up planner? Rise Up?
No.
No. Do you have something similar?
I have a planner, but
okay. Just I'm only asking because the Rise Up planner has, let me see if I can show you this. It has a page, if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. It's got 2 pages, customer hot list and business hot list.
Yeah.
So what I do is if somebody says to me, I can't right now, but I am interested, but contact me in September, I would go and write them in September. Or if someone's ghosted me, but I'm pretty convinced that they're still watching me and they might be someone for later, I'd go and write them in for the following month, just to make sure that I don't forget about them. Because I am also a pen and paper girl. So the way I do it, I can show you an example. The way I do it is I have lists. So invites, coach invite, follow-ups, and new. And anybody who gets information from me gets a highlight. And then when I follow up with someone, obviously on a different page, I still go back and tick it. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of because I'm useless with spreadsheets. That's why I need.
Me too. I need a pen and paper.
Where did you get the Rise Up planner from?
I got it from Amazon. I'll send you the link. It's by Moira Kusaba, who's actually an elite Beachbody coach.
She was the top coach this year.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's so amazing.
She really is.
So it's designed to be to work with the network marketing business really well. Okay, right. Let's talk a little bit because I'm aware of the time. Bod Squad. How are your Bod Squads going? Not there yet. That's okay.
I only got one.
You got one? Well, not only one. You've got one.
I've got one. You're right. I have one.
So you're like 1/5 of the way to getting an Amwala.
It ends this month, right? At the end of August. Okay, cool. Because if I get those 2 girls, that's 3, and then I just need the 2 more.
Yeah. Okay. So how would you feel?
I have carts out. I have conversations going on. It's them placing the order. Like, I'm not like denying anything. I'm not like not talking about it. Like I'm doing all of the things.
Okay.
It's them. Like I don't know like where, like they literally say, I am ready. I want to do this.
No.
And then I send them the freaking share cart and I get
Okay, so let's put those people on the back burner for just now, and
Yeah.
let's aim to make at least 10 new connections per day.
Right.
And let's aim to and then invite, like, I take it you've got connections and stuff as well on the go. So let's invite at least 5 people a
Okay.
day. 5 to 10, depending on how you feel. Like, don't put pressure on yourself and don't let the invites get fake.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more invites you're doing, the more chance you've got for new people to sign up.
Yeah.
Let's create a sense of urgency, okay? So let's do something over the weekend where you say, you know, for this weekend only, you can get, I don't know if you've got energized samples lying around or bits and pieces. This weekend only, you're getting $20 off, because that's what's off the challenge pack, isn't it? The 645 challenge pack. So you get $20 off and you're getting a good goodie bag, or you're getting an Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
Let's post about it today, let's post about it tomorrow, and let's post about it on Sunday and Monday, because even though you'll be speaking about it kicking off on Monday. Monday's 24 hours long. So they can still sign up on Monday and do their first workout.
Yeah.
And, you know, and every post has got to be a call to action. So, you know, at the bottom, make it really clear. You know, I have 1 space left. Well, maybe start with I have 3 spaces, and then drop it down as the weekend goes on. Speak about it in your stories. You know, maybe post, if it's a goodie bag you're doing, post pictures of it, your stories. I don't know if you've got enough stuff lying around, have 3 and say these are ready to be posted out, and, you know, just really push for it for Monday.
Okay.
And then if those other, I'm not saying don't follow up with those other people, but push for new people, and also create the sense of urgency, maybe put a theme around it. So I don't know, for me, it's like back to school situation, but something that's relevant to you and maybe the people that you speak to. You could put something in there, something that young people like. I don't know how to fit in. I don't know what it's like where you are, obviously, for restrictions, but you know how you could fit in going out to more social occasions but still stay on track with your food, you know, and go on the blog and find some you know, portion fix cocktails that you can post and say we can still this fit into our portion control pots, you know, or if you've got any of the fixate cooking books or anything like that, like really things that I like alcohol too, but you know, things like, I'm not saying that you don't drink when you do, but you know what I mean. So things that are like relevant to you, the kind of people that you want to attract. Obviously, you don't want to attract a load of alcoholics, but someone who maybe a little bit of a drink. So really create a sense of urgency around. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think I was like, so I'm really not trying to like mentor like 30 people at one time. Like I'm not ready for that. Like I'm not ready for that. So that's why I'm really trying to do like the 5 to 10, because I think like this will be my first official group. So that's why I'm like, I don't need 30 people in there just yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I know.
Yes, you do.
I know.
I understand what you mean. If you find that overwhelming.
Yeah, like just like I always want to go, to push more, to invite more. Like yes, but I've never done it, so I can't do that to my people.
No, because what happens is that depending on the group you do, I love challenge groups. Okay, so you see everybody's different, and I'm not saying to invite 150. If this is a free group, for example. You will be okay. You give the content. I don't know if you ever been on one of Melanie's you know, groups.
I mean, but it's so my group is like specific. Like it's not a free group. It's called 45 soft, and it's like we're doing 75 hard but 45 soft.
Okay, so like if you have 30 people, if you have 5 people, it's according to Melanie's number, it's gonna give you what? That are gonna be really committed. So
Yeah.
like I start my groups, they start like with 25s, and I run my groups with my other coaches, right?
Yeah.
And we go up to 80.
Mhm.
After 80, that's it. But remember, some people don't participate, some people disappear, some people are quiet, some people you're gonna have probably on a 70, I probably have 20 people that are there like constant.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I take back like what I say. I want as many people as I can get in the group, but I hope to be only like mentoring like 5 to 10.
and you will, even if you even if you have 70, you might be even mentoring 5 people.
Yeah.
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 Believe me when I say it, because I had people groups with 150, and only 25 are the ones that are active.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
don't know how they are going to be. So
Yeah.
if you have 5 only in that group, it might be
Go
0.
down. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. My wording was just off. Yes. I like want all of the people, but to be able to properly mentor the way that I want to mentor these girls, it's
I
just
mentor 3 a month.
Yeah.
I only do mentor heavily 3 a month
okay.
within the whole whatever people I invite, because some don't even show up after they spend the money. So 3
Exactly.
people I mentor out of the everybody that I got, and I'm kind of happy with that because I can dedicate myself to
Yeah.
these people. I give them everything, but the more the merrier.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
I've got 6 people in my group and they barely say anything.
I was gonna say, Claire,
Mainly
how are you
me,
doing?
me and my husband that post, and then occasionally somebody might write something. It's really rare. Really.
Find yourself.
So close to you're just so new on the journey. Like,
Right.
I second what Helen's saying on the, like, obviously, so I've got 2 bod groups that run so I've got one that runs all year for everybody.
Yeah.
That I've ever signed up, and that's active, and then
Yeah.
I have one which is a 645 group right now. So I have like 107 people in my year-long one,
Yeah.
and 107 people don't post.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but because there's 107, it's more active than, say, for example,
5.
yeah.
10.
I've also got a Facebook group, which is just for everybody that joins me, because obviously people fall off the radar and they're not in my bod group or whatever.
Yeah.
When I post a post in there about normally a new product or things like that, I would say that only about 75% of them read it, and then
Right.
and there's only like the same sort of 30 that interact with me all the time. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to get that overnight. So you've just got to keep, just aim high.
Right.
The thing that I had written down as well, Melody obviously said, speak about preferred customer and coach when you're filling up your groups. Unless they're signing up as a coach, sign everybody up as a preferred customer, unless they really won't want you to. Just explain to them it's a money off, it gives you money off. Preferred customer is easier for people to get their head around anyway. So I'll just tell them you'll sign them up as a preferred customer, and then if they want it taken off, it's completely free within 30 days, and it gives them an opportunity to see whether or not they want it, and they can take it off when they're signing up themselves anyway. So try and sign everyone up as a preferred customer, and remember to change your preferred placement.
Yeah.
As you go, although I don't even know if that's relevant to. No, it must be. It must be.
Was that?
The preferred placement must still be relevant to preferred customer as well, mustn't it? Yeah.
I mean, at least for me, I only have 2 right now. It's like flipping back and forth.
Yeah, go back and forth, yeah. And of course you want to sign up coaches too, okay? But
yeah, that's what I'm struggling with. Like, I know, like I said last week, like I want to get I'm looking at it right now. I want to go diamond by November 1st. I think I can do the 8, but then the emerald is where I come in because like I don't have those working coaches yet. So it's like I can get to Emerald like by next month, but it's like like I'm trying, like I haven't even like thought about like the coaching opportunity yet. Like I am like I don't like right now, since I'm so new, and Claire, you can probably relate to me, like I can't do the both like the, or I don't want to do both challenge group and coaching posts at the same time.
But why don't we
Well-
focus on filling your challenge groups up?
That's what I'm trying to do.
And then
Yeah.
next week's call, I'll pass on to Melanie, or you can pass on to Melanie. Let's focus more on the recruitment side of it. But this week, like Claire, the same for you. What I've been saying to Sam about the, the call to action posts today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday for the free group. Just
Yeah.
get it out there, because like if it annoys somebody and they don't want to see that many call to actions, they're not your people, and that's fine.
Yeah, Mel always says that.
You
Yep.
know, so just let's plug it. Let's, speak about it, try and aim for a couple of reels, if you can. Let's talk about it in your stories. Show screen shares of your bod group, just whatever works, and let's get people interested, and let's spark some curiosity.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What do
trying
you
to.
mean show screen shares of your bod group? What do you mean?
Well,
Oh, like scrolling.
of your bod. Have you seen me do them before? So
How do you do that?
how do I do that? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. You've got an iPhone?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know how you do it if you don't have an iPhone. It's probably
On an iPhone, there's like a little button. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, Claire. If not, I can see this little button that's the circle inside
Yeah.
it. See if you press that.
it's a screen record.
It starts screen recording,
Oh, okay.
and then you can record whatever is on your screen, and then you can cut it in your photos. But you could also just put your laptop in front of you and record
right.
you record your laptop with your phone.
Yeah.
Is there not a data protection thing involved in that, or not? Would it show people if you're doing your
No.
No?
What I do is I screen record like she's saying, but when I go to Instagram stories, then I do, you know how to cover with a color?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And
like
then
we
I
don't. Go ahead, Helen. Sorry.
it's like the cover, like the color is over, so I only erase a little bit so people can see a little bit, not the whole thing.
You can also speak to your members and see if they mind you doing a screen share of your group.
I was gonna say what we do, or what I do for Mel is just like I honestly do it like pretty fast.
Yeah.
And like
That
and
too.
you
Yeah.
can't really like see their faces. And if you're like really
There's a
concerned,
poll and some bits and pieces, so you can't really see anything. You could also do it, I suppose if you're recording from your phone to your laptop, you could do it as a boomerang. And
yeah,
then
boomerang would be
you can't
smart.
see anything.
Just like a scroll like up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I just sort of okay, I'm gonna have to try and work out how to do that on here.
If you could just have it up on your laptop.
Yeah.
Bring your bod group up on your laptop or your Facebook group, and
Yeah.
then go to Instagram, go take a boomerang, and just like literally use like your 2 fingers just to like swipe up and down so it like sees it in the boomerang. You don't even have to move your phone, and just be like, this is like where all of my people go, or something.
Okay, cool.
Or another one that I do, and you're in my busy group, so you're more than welcome to do this, is I take a screenshot of the top of the group when you can see how many people have logged.
Oh yeah.
It says at the top, like how, and I'll maybe like circle it and go, wow, everyone's on fire today, or whatever, if it's a high amount of people that have logged. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's another way. Okay, so I think I've covered everything that I've written down, and I'm aware that it's almost 2:00. So does anyone have questions?
No, that was amazing.
No.
I really appreciate you.
No problem. Right, I'm going to stop the record. Hold on.